Good evening, everybody. It's nice to see you again. You may wonder why I'm here to introduce Mr. Michael Gould, the Fragrance Foundation's Hall of Fame winner, because Michael is a retailer. But no, he is one of us. After Michael finished his career at Abraham & Straus in Brooklyn, of late lamented fame, he was recruited to go out to LA with J.W. Robinson, and then, when that was bought by the May Company, joined Giorgio of Beverly Hills, which was the leading fragrance in the United States then, and Michael ran that company brilliantly. He launched the very famous fragrance Red, and that set the stage for growth and greatness and his love of fragrance. When Mike then joined Bloomingdale's as CEO of Bloomingdale's, he set out to make Bloomingdale's the leading store to introduce fragrances in the nation, if not in the world. He was at the helm of one of the great fragrance operations, which is Bloomingdale's. I'm not even going to tell you what it was he launched, because I think everyone, as we drive down Lexington Avenue, you can always see those beautiful stores, those beautiful windows. Okay, now, there's a difference between managers who do things right and leaders who do the right thing. Michael always does the right thing. Many of you knew my wife, Leonard Lauder. She and I would have a fight once in a while, and that's love, and that's marriage. And whenever we had a fight, we would kiss and make up and say we loved each other. I had a fight once with her, and in the evening she says, "Listen," she said, "you know I'm wrong, but you're just saying that to keep me quiet." Mike and I would fight also. Mike, my counter in J.W. Robinson, my Clinique counter in the J.W. Robinson, which has gone to the great department store in the sky. Mike, we never made enough money from Bloomingdale's. And you know what? We are still not making money from Bloomingdale's. Are you all hearing that in Bloomingdale's? But Mike, you were always right. You are my hero, you are our hero, because you're the one who is part of us who helped make fragrances such a great part of the American experience. So, ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome Michael Gould to the stage, the winner of the 2014 Hall of Fame Award. Michael Gould, thank you.
Start spreading the news.
First of all, thank you to the foundation and to Leonard. There's an ancient Chinese belief that states when a child is born, an invisible red thread connects one child's soul to all those people, present and in the future, who will play a part in that child's life. As each birthday passes, the threads shorten, they tighten, and they bring closer those people who are fated to be together. The story is not really a tale of a legend, but possibly a fairy tale of that legend. 34 years ago at Robinson's, I was that child, born into this industry, which I admit, this business I love the most of all. It has been a very special run. But when I think about why am I standing here when so many others should be, I think of a few people. I think of Leonard and Evelyn. not because of the enormous passion that he has for this industry, for the company that he built, not for the passion that he has to build the finest brands there are. But I stand here in awe of Leonard and Evelyn for the Tikkun Olam, the good that they did that you just heard. That's the measure that why I'm here, because no one remembers the numbers. Only he and I remember the bay in Beverly Hills that he deserved to lose.
You were right.
Now he says I'm right. No one remembers the numbers. He'll only remember what people did for them. What Evelyn and Leonard have done for this industry, for this country, but for me personally, for those of us at Bloomingdale's, for the Breast Cancer Research Foundation, of which Bloomingdale's has played such an important role, for which Evelyn came every October. We will be eternally grateful. I stand here in this industry because of a fellow by the name of Bill Arnold, who was the chairman and the CEO of Associated Dry Goods that owned J.W. Robinson. Because he taught me, like Evelyn and Leonard taught me, about giving back, as my parents did. Bill taught me that he went against the grain, that many people said a 38-year-old kid from Abraham and Strauss in the home store with no ready-wear experience and no accessory experience needed more time to run the store. Bill bet on the come. He bet on someone with intellectual curiosity and passion and character, and that's something I never forgot in my actions. And I stand here because of Jim Preston, who I worked for when I was at Giorgio at Avon, who in my mind was a tower of moral fortitude, integrity, and a sense of being measured for one who's not as measured as he needs to be, and taught me the role of empowering people. And I stand here as a proxy for the person that really was the most responsible for building the fragrance business at Giorgio, and the person most responsible for building the biggest Giorgio business and the biggest fragrance business in the United States in a little tiny store at J.W. Robinson. Because I had a belief that someone who was a business manager of cosmetics, never a buyer, could be the buyer of the biggest department in the store, although the HR department didn't think so, the most profitable department in the store, because that young lady had true grit, passion, integrity, and she was driven. So Linda Lauder proved many times over, as a fragrance buyer and as the president of Giorgio, the lessons I learned. And to all of you, I have this connection when I look at this industry. People who are now CEOs of company were my AEs in California. Yes, we launched many lines. Some have we forgotten, even the big ones. But we never forgot the examples. So when I think about the connection and the red thread, I have a red thread with so many people here. And that red thread over these 34 years is so close. And in conclusion, on Friday night, at the end of the hockey match, Stanley Cup, it didn't make any difference who anyone rooted for. But I always find that that ending of that sport event is the most unique in the world. Why? People who bang heads against each other up and down the ice, stand in line and shake hands. And then what happens? The commissioner hands the cup to the captain of the winning team. And what does he do? He skates around the rink, holding it aloft, sharing it with the spectators, and then hands it off to the next player, and the next player, and the next player. So every player shares it with everyone there. I do wish that the logistics and time permitted to take this beautiful symbol of this friendship and pass it around, because that red thread goes through all of us. So it's maybe fitting, as she just passed away, to quote from Maya Angelou, who said, "People may forget what we said. People may forget what we did. But people will never forget how we made them feel. You have made me feel the most special person there can be in this industry, and I only hope that in some small measure, with all the partnerships and friendships I've made over these 34 years, I have made you feel a fraction as special as you have made me feel. Thank you.